Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4, the final chapter of my card counting trip in Las Vegas. They say the house always wins, and after 3 days in Las Vegas, I've learned they'll do anything to make sure that stays true. I've been backed off, flyered, and followed. I'm a marked man, and my time in this city has officially run out, but I'm not leaving yet. Today, I'm walking into the lion's den to see how much damage I can do before the inevitable tap on the shoulder. You've seen the wins, you've seen the brutal variance, and you've seen the heat. Now it's time to see how the journey ends. For those who are new, I'm counting cards using the high-low counting system and sizing my bets based on my mathematical advantage over the house. I'll be ranging my bets from table minimum up to a max bet of $1,000. If you missed the first 3 episodes, be sure to check those out first. Let's see if I can end this trip on a high note. The first casino I hit was Jerry's Nugget. It's a casino away from the strip where mostly locals play, but they have a good double-deck game with low minimums, so it's a good place to play if you're starting out with a smaller bankroll. The table max was only $300, so I played a slightly different bet spread. To start off here, I was at a true 3, so I have 2 bets of $100 out. First half is a soft 15, that my second half is a 15 for different 2s. So I'll stand across both here.
Yes.
Dealer bust for a nice $200 win here. My first hand is a 20s. My second hand is a 6 versus a 4. So I'll hit that into a 14, which I'll stand on.
Yes.
Dealer bust again for a nice $200 win again. The next hand we drop down to a screw 2, so that's a $50 out. We get a 15 and a 14 versus a dealer 10. We hit our 15 into a 17, and we hit our 14s into an 18. Dealer's about 14, and busts out for a nice $100 win. Jumps up to a true 3 here now.
You started with one hand, didn't you?
Yeah.
You can't jump up and shoot.
No?
Start at 2. You have to.
Okay.
If you start at 1, you got to go through 1. You got to start at 2 and go down to 1.
Okay.
You can't start at 1.
Dealer's
Okay, sorry.
complaining about me changing my hands. This does affect my EV, but this was dealer dependent at this casino, so only this dealer was complaining about this. And there's nothing we can do here as the dealer pulled a 20. Nice, get a blackjack. And this happens every time on this trip. Every time I get a blackjack, the dealer gets a blackjack. Here we're at about a true 2.5. About $75 out. And we end up pushing. Still got $75 out. Get a 20 and a 10 versus a dealer 5. We'll double. We end up losing our double of winning our 20. We're up to a true 3 now. We have an 8 and a 19 versus a 4. We'll hit our 8s to a 10 and into a 21. Dealer is 19, so we win 1 hand here. Next time we're about a true 4 here. Get a 19 and a 14. We turn into a 22 for a bust.
Last hand.
Dealer bust, so we push on that hand. We're at a true 2 here. We'll double our soft 16. Turn that into a hard 16. We'll stand our 20. And dealer busts. That was a nice $150 win there. Here we're at a true 4. We get a nice blackjack and a 15 versus 7. We get paid out on our blackjack. We bust out on our 15. Here we're at a true 4.
There it is. That's good.
Everyone's getting good hands except me.
Out of there.
And a nice $500 win here.
Needed that.
Yeah, you did.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you did.
How much you got? 225.
We're at a true 3 now. We had 15 and a 20 versus a 2, which will stab across. Dealer as well as 18. Push on the hand. Comes jumped up to a true 4. Get a 14 and a 17. But nothing we can do is the dealer's got a blackjack. Count's still high, so we're buying in for more here. Max bet.
Max. Plus hand.
So you still get absolute garbage.
Nobody. Alright, 17 and 16.
So I'm starting my 16. 16 stands against a 10 on any positive count.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Dude, one hand
Oh
there.
my.
Alright, hey.
For lost
How do you
$300.
want to feel? Like, do you want the stress?
You've got $900 out on the table here.
Here we go. This is the last hand, too. There it is.
And lucky are double hits for us.
Stable max. Stable max.
Max betting again on a true 5. We get an 18 and a 12 versus a dealer 9.
Alright, 18.
Down to 18 and hit our 12 into a 22 for a bust.
I appreciate it. 15 out.
Dealer bust, so he puts on that hand. Here we're at a true 3. We bets up $100 out. We get a 14 and a blackjack.
It's not a blackjack, it's a red jack. Still works. Still.
Fortunately, bucked on our first hand, but we get paid out on our blackjack. Still on the true 3. In 19 and 20, which will stand across, and we end up winning one hand here. We end up getting two 20s here. We'll stand on. Dealer has 11, 15, 16, and 20,
Wow.
and somehow pushes us on that.
No, it's
Here
fine.
I'm playing heads up, so I'm dropping down to one hand.
I've never, like,
I'm at a true 4.
anyone had slower in my life.
This dealer was extremely slow.
Respectfully.
Dealer's got 12 and 17 for a nice $250 win here. We're at a true 5, so I'm max betting. Still waiting on the dealer. We get a 16 versus a 10, which will stand on, and there's nothing we can do since the dealer pulls an 18. Counts drop to a true 4, so we got 250 out.
It's my card first. Yeah.
I've never seen this before in my blackjack career.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
But it must have been a very long day for the dealer. We end up getting a 14 versus a 9. We got a hit. And unfortunately bust with a 24. We're max betting again. We get an 11 versus a 9. That's an easy double.
Come on.
Counts higher. I'm expecting a
down.
10. Dealer pull 17.
Oh my
And we get
god.
the worst card possible. A $600 loss there. So here I'm playing heads up with the dealer. We had 20 versus an ace. We're not taking insurance. There's 3 high cards that just come out, which has lowered the count. And dealer luckily busts. Our next hand is the 16 versus 4, which we'll stand on. Dealer busts. Next time we're max betting. We get an 11 versus a 5. Foik double. Don't need to think about it.
Up or down? 20.
And a nice $600 win here. Our next time we're at a true 4.
Didn't matter.
We get a 15 versus a 3 on dealer bust for a nice $250. It's 13 versus a 10 here. We bust out on, unfortunately.
Yes.
And boom, nice blackjack to end the queue.
No. Come on. Yes. Come on. Every time you come, the blackjacks come, lad.
So I finished
There we
at
go.
Jerry's Nugget with 5 hours of playtime. I generated $729 in EV and I made $160. Before we roll into the next casino, I've been working on something really exciting. A lot of you guys have been asking how to learn card counting and how to calculate your EV. So I built Blackjack Academy. It's everything you need in one app. It's actually crazy. Take a look.
Turn Blackjack into a profitable side hustle. Blackjack isn't luck. It's math. Calculate your edge. Full Blackjack card counting course. Perfect your Blackjack game. Find the best games. Track every session. One platform. Everything you need. Start beating the house.
Click the link in the description and sign up for a free account and let's start beating the house together. The next casino I hit was the Strat. I started out with some cover play and acted drunk around the pit boss to try to maximize my time at the tables, and it actually worked. However, the blackjack gods were not kind to me as I got absolutely terrible variance for the first 1 to 2 hours that I was playing. Cue the montage of me getting absolutely destroyed. I lost about $1,000 min betting here. Alright, let's get into some good footage where I'm not losing every single hand here. Here we're at a true 3. Luckily we get a blackjack and a 15. The camera cuts off here, but luckily I won both of these here. We drop down to a true 1, so 2 bets of $50 out. A 12 and a 6 versus a 5. We'll hit our 6 into a 14, which we'll stand on, and dealer pulls 21. Back up to a true 3 here. First hand's a 17. Our second hand is a soft 19, which we'll stand on, and dealer's got 20 again. $500 loss there. I've got to buy in for more here. I've got a big double here. $500.
Come on, ace.
I get the absolute worst card possible. And dealer beats us with 18 for a $1,000 loss there. Count's still high, so I got to buy him for more. We get a 15 versus a 10. 15 stands on true 4 or higher, so I'll stand that. And dealer hits 18 for another $1,000 loss here. My camera ended up dying, but luckily my luck swang in a good way, so I was able to recoup most of my losses here. So here we're at a true 4, $500 out. We get a 16 on our first hand, which will stand. Waiter 12 into a 19. And we lose one hand here for another $500 loss. So I played a few more shoes here where my luck turned around a bit. So I ended up losing $300 this session. So I took a quick break, ate some food, and got back at the tables. Here we're at a true 2, so 2 bets for $100 out. Our first hand's a 17. And our second hand's an 18 versus a 5. So those are 2 easy stands. And dealer pulls 17, so we win $100 there. We drop down to a true 1, so 2 bets of $50 out. Our first hand's a 19. Our second hand's a 13, which we'll stand on. And dealer beats us with 20. We jump back up to a true 2. First hand's a 17. Second hand's a 7 versus a 10. We'll take a hit, which we turn into a 15. And luckily turn that into a 19. And dealer's got 20. So we lose both hands there. Counts jumped up to a true 3 now. First hand is a 6 versus a 10, which we'll hit on. But dealer's got blackjack for a $500 loss here. Still steady at a true 3. Our first hand is a 9 versus a 2. 9 usually hits against a 2, but on a true 1 or higher, it is a double. And luckily we turn that into a 19. Our second hand's a soft 14, which we'll hit on. Turning that into a hard 14, and we'll stand. And dealer luckily busts for a nice $750 win there. Still out of true 3. First hand is a 19. Our second hand is a 19 as well. And dealer pulls 18. Table started to fill up, so I changed tables to play heads up here to maximize my rounds per hour. So I'll take a hit on my 13, which will turn into a 23 for a bust. Counts jumped up to a true 3.
Come on.
Jack's play, Jay.
Take a hit on our 12 and turn it into a 22 for a bust. And a $300 loss there.
Noble didn't put it in, 500. Yeah, he stopped it.
Count still high.
Yeah, he gave it to Noble.
We have an 8 versus a 4, which we'll hit on. And we turn to a 16 and we'll stand. And dealer beats us with 20.
Dang it.
This shows how brutal blackjack can be sometimes. So I'm buying in for more here. We're on a true 5. $800 out. We get a 10 versus a 4, which is a double.
God.
So I've got to buy in for more here.
Double down or the two.
Woo. Face up.
$1,600 out on the table. Luckily we hit that 10.
Come on.
A dealer bust. First $1,600 win
Bro.
here. Obviously I was very hyped after getting my ass handed to me. So I played 4 hours at the Strat. I generated $1,003 in EV and I made $1,875. The last casino I hit on my trip was South Point. Here I'm playing heads up with the dealer. The minimums and maximums were slightly lower here, so I played a slightly different bet spread at a $10 minimum. So we're just min betting here. We get up to a true 1, so stacking my chips. I was changing my minimum bet a lot, so surveillance wouldn't catch on, but that did not work at all.
Yes.
We finally get a blackjack for a $75 win. New shoe. We hit our 12-inch with 19 and luckily beat the dealer.
Yes.
So we jump up to a true 2, and of course someone else joins the table as soon as the count rises. We get a 15 versus a 10.
Can I surrender?
Fortunately, there's no surrender, so I have no option but to hit that.
Oh my god.
That 17 is stuck with me. 6.
Oh my god. 16, 16, 16.
Here we're on a true 2. Dealer pulls an ace, but the count dropped with the ace coming out, so we didn't take insurance.
It's all good.
We end up busting both hands here.
Come on.
The dealer
Oh my
pulls an ace
God.
again. We got no choice but to hit both of these. But luckily we end up pushing. I had a quick session at South Point with a total play time of 10 minutes. I generated $127 in EV and I lost $160. So here's my Vegas trip recap. I played for 21 hours. I generated $3,824 in EV and I actually made $4,015. So my actual value was on par with my expected value. So I made a total of $191 an hour. Stay tuned for the next episodes where I'll be playing blackjack all over the world.